Alright, I am super excited for today. Today we are changing it up. I've been working from home in this garage for a long time, so Grace and I are like, let's take my trailer, let's go up north and get some work done. So we're heading up to northern Arizona, gonna get some work done, and I just wanna say a huge shout out to Logitech for sponsoring this video. I'm gonna be doing a dope little tutorial on my iPad using Illustrator and Adobe Fresco. It's gonna be super awesome. Also, can't leave for a road trip without my favorite Logitech piece of equipment, the Logitech MX Anywhere 3 mouse. You guys know how much I love Logitech. This mouse is the best. I literally bring this mouse anywhere I go. It's small, it's portable, it is freaking awesome. Let's go on this trip. I'm excited to share with you guys how I use this mouse when I'm on the road. Haha, we're here, campus set up. Yeah. Getting a little laptop club in with the boys. Grayson and Eric. Getting the inside of the trailer ready. This is where I'm doing today's YouTube tutorial. Not a tutorial, a little video. It's gonna be dope. Got the setup right here. Set up the tripod. Yes. This is what working remote looks like. We're basically in the forest out here in northern Arizona, Flagstaff. I'm gonna be creating a pattern that I'm gonna be using for some clothing. So I think it's gonna be super sick. We're gonna get down on that and then call it a day. Gonna be using Adobe Fresco and Adobe Illustrator on my iPad and my Mac. And I'm gonna be using my Logitech MX Anywhere 3 mouse. Yes! The best thing ever. This mouse is awesome. Fits anywhere. Look at this. In my pocket. This little guy is a dream come true. Battery lasts forever, fits super comfortable in my hand, and it also connects to my iPad, which is freaking dope. I'll talk more about it at the end of this video, but shout out to Logitech for sponsoring this video. You guys know I'm always using Logitech equipment, but this one legit is my favorite out of all of them. The MX Anywhere 3 mouse by Logitech. Also a major shout out to Logitech for always believing in me, supporting my creativity. If it wasn't for Logitech, a lot of these YouTube videos and these adventures would not be possible. So thank you, Logitech. I love you. Thank you guys for making awesome products. You guys rock. Let's create. Alright, so as you can see, I'm using this Logitech MX Anywhere 3 mouse. It works on my iPad, freaking amazing. So I'm gonna make a pattern today. So I'm gonna go into Adobe Fresco. We're gonna create new. I like to do 4000 by 4000 because it's big and it's a square. I usually start with like a little sketch. So I'm gonna make sure I got a fresh layer on here. In Adobe Fresco, I know I've mentioned this before to you guys, but Adobe Fresco is vector art and pixel art, which is sick. I'm gonna use a pixel layer and I'm gonna create a little sketch of the pattern that I want to do. So after I have my sketch all done, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add another layer on top of this. I'm gonna add a vector layer, and I'm actually gonna change the opacity on this bottom pixel layer so I don't really see it that much when I go to clean it up, vectorize this top layer. And then I'm gonna do this top layer with vector pen tool, and then after that I'll end up making another layer underneath that to do some of the coloring. Let's start with the outline. So when I do the outline, I just use this basic round brush right here. It's pressure sensitive. I don't really mess with any of these other ones. The basic velocity, the taper brush is actually pretty cool. The basic taper is pretty cool. If you guys like those like sharp ends. I like the basic round with pressure sensitivity, and I don't change anything in the presets. I kind of just use it as is. And then down here is where you can change your size in Adobe Fresco. My favorite is usually I start off when I outline, I start off using like, I don't know, like a size 10, and I kind of outline everything really clean. I use really thick lines, so then after I do all that, I'll go through and I'll make all the lines a little bit thicker once I kind of have like a base outline that's super clean and smooth with vector. So this mouse that I've been using on my iPad, MX Anywhere 3 mouse by Logitech, it is insane. So honestly, I haven't used it on my iPad a lot up until today. I, for some reason, never put it together to use it for my iPad. Even though it was capable for the iPad, I have been using it for just on my computer, like using it for Adobe. I mean, you can use it. I mean, it's a mouse for a computer, so you could totally do that. But then today when we got up here, I'm like, I'm just gonna see how it is on my iPad. And I didn't realize you can fully use it on the iPad and it shows what you're doing and everything, and it's major game changer for me when it comes to like using my iPad for mostly all my work I do. Now I feel like with this mouse, and then hopefully I'm going to be getting the new this new Logitech case that came out, it sets up really nice for drawing, kind of like a drawing tablet thing. You can adjust it and it looks amazing, and it also has a keyboard. attached to it. So the iPad now and the tech, it's like I really only need my computer to make the fine adjustments in Adobe Illustrator, and then I use Adobe Premiere to edit some of my social content. And outside of that, yeah, I'm like 20% away from like computer free. Just make like a border to this. Boom. After I do this, now you guys can kind of see like my base outline. And then I'm gonna actually deselect this sketch layer, take that away, and then I'm gonna work on these outlines. Now that I've got my whole top layer all outlined exactly how I want it, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna kind of try to find some colors that I like. Normally what I do is I'll just go into my color palette thing here, and I'll try to pick one thing that I miss about Adobe Draw is Adobe Draw had color palettes in here, like preset themes, and they had hundreds of them, and it was really easy to go through and kind of pick some different swatches. Adobe Fresco doesn't have that. I hope they update that. I think it'd be rad. Normally what I do now is I just try to find one color that I am really digging. I think I'm gonna go light green on one, and then I'll do like a, no, I need to do a circle. All right, so I usually take like that first color, put it like up here. Then I will find some other colors that I kind of think flow well with it. If you guys know me, I love using bright colors. I just like colors that make people feel good. All right, now that I picked my colors, we're gonna go to this layer down here, and we're gonna create all the colors on that layer. I'm gonna actually lock this top layer so I can't jack with it, and then we're gonna color. Normally, you can actually color with the bucket tool and fill in all the outlines that I did on this top layer, but the problem with that, I like to do layers and patterns, and since I do that underneath the outlines and I already draw these outlines, I do things underneath the layers and just kind of go backwards like that. I'm gonna fill in these colors. I'm gonna add some patterns inside the colors. Let's do it. Okay, now that I have the base colors all down, I'm gonna add another layer above the base colors. This is where I'm gonna add some of the patterns that I do on top of the colors. Okay, so after I kind of add all these patterns that I like, I will go and I'll kind of add some other details that I see missing, like my sloth S. Definitely need to get an X in here somewhere. Okay, we're gonna erase these squigglies. I think I'm gonna put the X right there, and I think I'm gonna put the X in this like pink color. All right, guys, boom. I think that's my pattern. All right, now I'm gonna take it into Adobe Illustrator on my computer. I'm gonna save it as the JPEG that I need, kind of make some social assets that I can use to share out. Also, that I'm gonna use on this sticker, and then I'm going to export those so I can have those for my projects. All right, so we're gonna export, so we're gonna go up here to this, and then I'm gonna hit send to Illustrator, and then it'll show up on my Adobe Illustrator, and then I can save it from there and do all my adjustments. All right, so let's send to desktop. All right, sweet. So now that I dropped it into Adobe Illustrator, what's super rad about transferring Adobe Fresco work, it goes straight into Adobe Illustrator, and I've got all my layers right here, which is baller. freaking awesome. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm basically just gonna size stuff up and save it as a social asset. Also, I'm gonna save a vector file because I think I'm gonna print this as a sticker, and then I am working on some new merch, so I might be using this for a t-shirt or some shorts or something. Not totally sure yet, but I am in the process of creating, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 of these different designs, but definitely probably gonna use it for a sticker immediately. So I am gonna save this as a vector file so I can send out to Sticker Mule, sloth pattern 2, send that to my desktop, save. And I'm gonna open up Adobe Photoshop, open up a new file. I'm gonna do 4000 by 4000. I'm gonna copy what I got here, post it in here. I'm gonna use this for social media, so I'm gonna scale it down just a little bit, kind of give it that white matte frame around it, which I love. And we're gonna save this as a JPEG, save as sloth pattern social 1. No, yeah, 1. Save. All right, save that. And then we're also gonna go open a new file. I'm gonna do a 900 by 1600 for Instagram stories. I'm gonna copy this, paste that in here, smart object. And this is what I'm gonna use in my Instagram stories to kind of share what I'm creating. I'm gonna hit save. Boom. And that's it, guys. That's what I created today with the pattern. I hope that helped out. I hope you guys liked that little tutorial / time lapse of me creating this. All right, guys, that's a wrap. I hope you enjoyed this little art project that I did on my iPad and my Mac. I'm super stoked to make it into something, probably a sticker, maybe a t-shirt design. I'm not sure yet, but it's gonna be sick, and I will let you know. Guys, drop a comment below if you have any Adobe Fresco questions or Adobe Illustrator questions, or if you have any questions about this MX Anywhere 3 mouse by Logitech. This mouse is awesome. I like so many things about this mouse. Guys, using this mouse with the iPad today was amazing. It's actually the first time I used it with my iPad, and it worked awesome. Connection, perfect. Also, one little thing that I do love about the mouse is that right here you have 3 different modes, and one is connected to my Mac, the other is connected to my iPad, and I even played around with it. It switches between my devices perfectly. No connection issues, which was really nice. Another thing about this mouse is the charge literally lasts forever, which is amazing. There's nothing worse than your mouse dying when you're in the middle of the project and you have to charge it, especially when you're out in the woods. Might not be very convenient. So definitely suggest that you guys pick up one of these MX Anywhere 3 mice by Logitech. I'll drop a link in the description. You guys can check it out there. And once again, Logitech, thank you for sponsoring this video. Thank you guys for watching. Drop the comments. What should I create next? Peace.